Call this meeting of Mississinewa Community School Corporation, regular meeting of Board of School Trustees. To order, our pastor from Eastview, Mark Atkinson, will lead us in prayer.
Heavenly Father, thank you for the school board. I pray that you grant them wisdom tonight. Yeah, extra wisdom. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. You got the job.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you. Okay, item 56, minutes including executive session certification.
Mr. President,
Chris?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes and the executive session certification is presented.
Okay. Get a second?
Second.
I heard that, Jerry. Okay.
Ladies first.
Huh?
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Okay, got a motion made and properly second. Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, 57, 2021 textbook recommendation, and I'm guessing.
I'll take it.
Okay, Jill?
Yes, I placed in your packets the detail of the fees that I'm proposing for the 2020-21 school year. I'm proposing no increase, but just for detail, that would be $145 for pre-K, K, and 1, and $165 for grades 2 through 8. So I'll be happy to answer any questions, and otherwise I recommend that you pass these fees to us.
Anything
I
from the
did.
board? Any questions? So we can all have a chance to see it. So. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President,
Ms. Freitas?
I move that we accept her recommendation for the tax fees for 2021.
Okay. Need a second?
I'll second.
Got two ladies.
Ooh, boy. Better do ladies first again.
Okay.
You've set a
Got a
priority.
motion made, properly second. Any questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. 58, Mr. McKinney.
Yes, I think after the most succinct and gracious prayer that we heard tonight, that we should make a recommendation that Pastor Mark's our honorary
Yes.
chaplain, and he comes and offers the prayer twice a month. The pay isn't that great.
Already paid him.
Yeah, and getting candy.
Pay double.
That's a good deal. Hold out for triple. Yeah. Okay, we have the following personnel items for the board's consideration this evening. Emily Faulkner has requested a leave of absence beginning March 18th through April 10th. Stacy Lambert has resigned as a secretary at Westview Elementary effective February 29th. Richard Line has retired as a bus driver effective March 2nd, and Richard was with us 11 years. Pam Beater will retire as a second grade teacher at Northview Elementary at the end of the 2021 school year. So next year will be Pam's last year. We also have the following new hires to present to you this evening. Sunday Eastis to be hired as a cafeteria worker at RJ Basket Middle School effective March 9th. Scott Jolliffe is with us tonight along with his lovely wife, and he's to be hired as the new trap team coach at Mississinewa High School effective immediately. And Alex Rice to be hired as a cafeteria worker at Westview Elementary effective immediately. And we would recommend approval of these personnel recommendations as presented this evening. And I thought I might let our AD, Coach Young, talk just a minute about Mr. Jolliffe and that situation with the trap team.
Yeah, we're super excited for Coach. He's done all the certifications. It's not an easy process to be certified to be able to coach the trap team. But they've kind of gotten organized and getting started, and he was been around the last couple of years. I think this will be the third year of our program, and he's been around to help, so we're excited for him. Excited that he's going to get a chance here to lead our trap team. The numbers have seemed to go up a little bit each year, so it's really been a great addition, I think, to our high school. It gives a different group of individuals an opportunity to go compete and do something they enjoy and also represent their school. So it's been a positive, and we're thankful for a coach to put in the time that he's put in to get certified to lead these young men and women.
Okay.
I think it serves two purposes. Mr. Jolliffe loves trap shooting and being around that, plus it's kind of an avenue for him to recruit others to the Civil War reenactment at Hartford City. I'm joking. But I think he'd do a great job. He's committed to it, and he does love it, and I think the kids will enjoy working with him as much as he will enjoy working with them. So our recommendation is you approve all the personnel items for this evening.
Okay, any questions or comments from the board? Okay, I'll entertain a motion from someone.
Mr. President,
Ms. Miller.
I'll make a motion to approve the personnel recommendations as presented.
Okay, need a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Herrera. Okay, again, any questions or comment? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Conference request, Mr. McHenry.
Yes, we have one conference request for your consideration this evening, and that would be Cheryl Mathias to attend the Prevent Child Abuse Grant County at Ivy Tech in Marion at a cost of $20 on April 8th, and that would be paid for from the Westview travel account. And we would recommend approval of this conference request as presented this evening.
Board's pleasure.
Mr. President,
Mr. Herrera.
I'll make a motion to accept approval of the conference request as presented.
Okay. Need a second?
Second.
Mr. Crouch. Questions or comment? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Okay, facility report?
Yeah, I talked to Mr. Gosser today, and he didn't really have anything new to add, but we should have something new either the next meeting on March 23rd or the first meeting in April. He is in the process of getting bids and estimates for the summer work projects, and a lot of those have already come in, and he's waiting on a few extras to come in, and so we should have for the board some information on that soon. I would say within the next meeting or in April, we'll have some more information on that. But that's all we have for this evening.
Okay. Anything from the board, any questions or anything? Okay, we'll move on down to 61 legislative update, Mr. Cunningham.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Pam, again, was kind enough to download the latest legislative reviews for you to look at from our ISBA representative. One of the bills that I thought everything would be over by today, but they have stretched that out. So there's about 3 more days that are left, and then that will end. But one bill that is being argued heavily on behalf of, well, I guess it's ISBA, but also superintendents and administrators and business managers, is House Bill 1065. And it started out fairly genteel when it came out to begin with, and now they have added other amendments. What makes this dangerous for us as a school corporation is it establishes public policy through this legislation to allow the diversion of referendum funds to charter schools. And so if you have a referendum that you're looking at for doing additions or things like that to the school, money can be diverted from that to charter schools. So so anything that would come through that, and there's 2 items that follow it. So I'd encourage you to look at it. I was hoping that I'd have a full list of bills that had been finalized, but if you'll look in the summary that I sent you, those bills that usually have been engrossed are probably going to go. Or you can just wait till next meeting and I'll have a final list of what the damage and what the good news is on both sides. So I'll answer any questions that you might have. I did contact both of our representatives. Unfortunately, where we sit at, one of the senators that is closest to us, he doesn't represent our area. He represents part of our area. So I did reach out to some other individuals to be able to get his ear on 1065, and we'll see what happens. They had a hearing today on it at 9 a.m., and so I don't know what happened from it. But that's the only thing that I see. Generally, our advocacy group has done a good job of defending Indiana school boards, so I'm hoping that'll be the same this time around. So entertain any questions you have.
Anything from the board? From staff, anyone?
I agree with what Chris said. Another aspect to it is that the legislation currently not only states that the charter schools can have access to that referendum money, but there's no accountability built into the legislation for the charter schools. So that makes it even more of a reason not to support it.
We end up being the advocacy group for charter schools.
Right.
Which, I don't know why they would do that, but.
Anything else? 62 corporate sponsors, donations, grants, Mr. McKenzie?
Yes, we have one donation for the board's consideration this evening, and that is from Barry Bunker Chevrolet to the After Prom in the amount of $50, and we would recommend approval as presented.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Okay, motion carries. Claims, 63, Ms. Townsend.
Yes, I'm recommending tonight that you pay claims in the amount of $2,115,104.92, please.
That'll make you sweat.
Give you an extra week and you're killing us.
I
man.
know.
That'll make
It's
you sweat.
expensive.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Cunningham.
I make a motion to approve the exorbitant claims as presented.
Got college education, get you some good,
Yeah.
okay, we need a second.
I'll second.
I'll give it to Conrad, she got two. Okay.
Breaks his own rules.
All right, got a motion made, probably second. We've had any questions that come up on the board? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, 64, correspondence and other business, Mr. McKenzie.
I have a few things, and I know Mrs. Winter has one as well. Our next board meeting is Monday, March 23rd, and I want to offer a congratulations to our winter sports. I think we were very successful. We had a wrestler win semi-state, and we've never had a Mississinewa wrestler do that. I think that's pretty exciting and worthy of making note of. Our girls' basketball team had a great season, I thought, a really good season, especially considering all the key injuries that they had to endure. Our boys' basketball just finished up with a sectional with a close game with Norwell. We had an outstanding season. We were ranked in the top 15 most of the year, the season, and so hats off to our coaches in the winter sports. We had our musical this past weekend as well. Mrs. Winter and I attended that together. I think we've got a super talented group of young people. They put on an excellent show. In my opinion, it was one of the best, if not the best, performance and exhibition of talent that I've seen in our school district. And I know our adults that work with them put a lot of time and effort, and everybody puts a lot of time and effort into those musicals, and we commend them for that and thank them for that. So that's all I have. Mrs. Townsend, anything?
Well, I think first, Mr. Burbank is supervising, but Mrs. Varner's here to talk a little bit about our two teams that qualified for World and how close one of them was for participating for a state championship.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a really exciting weekend with our robotics teams this Saturday. We were at Lucas Oil for the, had they made the top two, they would have then moved on, as Mrs. Winter mentioned, to the state championship stage, but they still qualified for Worlds. So we are just, we're thrilled to be a part of it. The students are so excited. Right now, as it stands, if we have no changes, Worlds will be in Louisville, Kentucky, end of April, April 26th through the 28th, and that would be 12 students overall that are going to compete at Worlds at the end of April. So we're thrilled.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Well said.
And Mr. Fleming, who I hated that he's ill today, and Mr. Felger, who has 3 kids, so I told him he didn't need to be here. They co-authored this grant together and put this, they sent this in with their application, and I just thought it would, we're gonna put it in social media tonight, but I thought it'd be nice for the board to see it, just to see what's going on and how excited we are with what we're doing. I don't know what it is about this board. We didn't have one lick of problems with this.
This happens
And
to
you
me all
guys
the
get
time.
here.
It happens to
and-
Spike at McDonald's.
This
all the
happens to
time.
me all the
Yeah.
time.
Must be Chris.
I think it's Chris.
It's that plate in my head.
Oh,
Or the way to the other end.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and back out of it and restart it. Okay?
There are a few things that are driving me nuts while you're doing that. I'm gonna fix them.
Okay. The name tag.
Yep. I agree.
There
with
we
you.
go.
There we
I
go.
agree with you, Pastor. It's bothering me too.
Get the full screen here.
You can just take that one off.
Once you hit play, Les, I think it'll let you go full screen. There you go. Now you can go full screen.
At Mississinewa Schools, our goal is to transform education through what we call the PLTW mindset. This philosophy is broader than the PLTW organization or course pathway. It encompasses all members of our learning community, students and staff, and focuses on connecting school experiences to real life, being college career ready, and embracing a growth mindset. We want to focus our growth on areas of instruction and learning, leadership and development, and preparing students to be college and career ready.
First, we want to address the areas of instruction and learning. This grant would provide many new opportunities for student engagement in our elementary STEAM Academy, middle school STEAM University, and college career pathways at our high school. And we will continue to scale STEM curriculum, encouraging hands-on, student-centered activities across all grade levels.
Second, our partnership with PLTW will allow us to build our current professional development program focusing on this philosophy, as well as how technology can be best blended and embedded in all classrooms. We will begin by training PLTW staff in new courses, but we also plan to secure a PLTW consultant to train our staff, our entire staff, during a fall PD day and again in the spring for additional day. New ideas will be extended and reinforced as our technology integration coaches work with teachers on a daily basis.
Finally, through this PD, our staff will gain better knowledge of college and career opportunities to more effectively guide our students along the pathways of our early college high school program that they pursue. As every student prepares for their professional futures, they need teachers who will help them understand that choosing a non-college path does not mean they are choosing a second-rate profession. From the earliest grades, we want students' minds to be filled with academic challenges that lead them to leadership thinking. Through intentional PD, staff will have a better understanding of how to inspire innovative workers who connect academic learning to real life through their experiences in the classroom.
Over the last several years, students and staff perceptions of the learning process at Mississinewa have already begun shifting towards what we've been calling the PLTW mindset. This grant will accelerate that change in a tremendous way. Our goal is to create a PLTW mindset that is embedded in our conversations, our planning, and our delivery of instruction at all levels. We will accomplish this by expanding course offerings, implementing valuable professional development, and by inspiring an appreciation for lifelong learning in students' college and career choices.
Well, Mr. Fleming really was with us tonight.
He was. The last thing I want to share with you is, and we debated, the committee debated on whether sharing this before our site visit or after, but we wanted you to see it before our site visit. We have our early college high school with the Center of Excellence in Leadership and Learning evaluation on March the 20th to be evaluated to become an early college and career high school. This has been a 33-month planning period for us. And it was a very tough adjustment to the philosophy on how we're going to deliver instruction at the secondary level, how that's going to work as we're moving middle schoolers through, getting them prepared for career pathways. But I really am confident that they're going to be impressed with what we have done. I did get a call. We have mandatory meetings that we attend once a month. And when I went to the one in February, she said that they'd never had anyone come as far as we have from our first initial meeting till now. I'm extremely proud of the high school team and the middle school team. It was a 6 through 12 planning committee that did this. So I want to share this with you. Oops, sorry.
We are expanding student opportunities and college career readiness through our early college high school program. This program offers a radical alternative to a traditional high school curriculum. It focuses on connecting school experiences to real life, becoming college and career ready, and embracing a growth mindset. As a broader philosophy, its reach extends beyond the high school walls to encompass all members of our learning community, students and staff K through 12, as well as higher education partners and business partners. While primarily serving students who are statistically underrepresented in higher education, the early college model gives all students a head start on their post-secondary lives.
In today's competitive world, a high school diploma serves as a stepping stone in a student's educational journey. Many new jobs in the future are expected to require some kind of credential in addition to a high school degree. Therefore, one of our primary goals is to prepare students, all students, including those who are underrepresented, to be college ready. From the earliest grades, we want students' minds to be filled with academic challenges that lead them to a growth mindset. Our teachers are inspiring innovative students who connect academic learning to real life through their experiences in the classroom. The early high school program has helped us become laser focused on this philosophy. Our ultimate goal is to provide rigorous instruction and learning opportunities and to prepare all students to be college ready through curriculum and plans of study and dual credit courses.
Through planning for early college high school, we have augmented our master schedule and teacher professional development to include many dual credit courses and the needed prerequisite courses to give our students the best opportunity for success in their chosen career pathway. We also offer supporting PD that focuses on building 21st century skills through project-based learning and through college-level blended instruction. Our teachers gather and use data to drive instruction on a daily basis, and our technology integration coaches support rigorous instructional strategies which lead to student success in dual credit courses.
Another primary goal is for all students like myself to create a college-ready pathway and a plan of study before our freshman year. This intentional sequence creates a supportive post-secondary environment. As an early college high school student, I am assigned to a school staff member who mentors and encourages me on a regular basis. Early college high school students also receive academic support during Friday Indian Success Hours.
We track student data regarding course selection and progress as well as grades and use this to make individual students' learning paths most aggressive towards future success. Individualizing students' pathways allows us to address the needs of underprivileged students. We gather data to identify and target students with lower socioeconomic status, students performing at the academic middle, 21st century scholars, and minority populations.
In order to continue to expand course offerings, we now have a partnership with Ivy Tech in Marion, which allows us to offer 14 dual credit and 9 CTE programs. Our students also participate in a wide variety of activities designed to bolster their preparation for post-secondary life. Project Leadership is another community partner which supports students while applying for colleges, completing the FAFSA, researching careers, and more.
Through the Early College High School program, we are advancing a post-secondary culture, K through 12, that encourages data-driven, innovative, real-life connections in academic learning, advancement in student skill sets, and ultimately being college and career ready. Our goal is to embed this culture in our conversations, planning, delivery of instruction at all levels. We will accomplish this by expanding our course offerings, implementing valuable professional development, and inspiring an appreciation for lifelong learning in students' college and career choices.
So we need all the positive encouragement for that March the 20th evaluation. We've made it through 3 out of the 4, and the 4th one will be on March the 20th. We're about 60% there on everything we said, and we know that to be fully endorsed, we have to be 100% there by August the 1st, and we feel confident that we will be. As you can tell, even by the time we made the video, we were able to offer, because of our teaching staff's willingness to work together, we were able to offer 5 more dual credits that just from the 3 weeks that we made the video. So you should be extremely proud of your staff, and I don't think I need to point out, but I'm going to. I think you saw some common threads of philosophy on individual student pathways and encouraging them. Our hashtag is learn here, work here, stay here, .gc.
That's cool.
So we are really excited for that visit. They'll be so thankful when it's over because I've driven them absolutely crazy every single day, but I'm very, very proud of our team.
You can see how much they've upped the intensity at the beginning of the video, how fast those kids were moving through the thing.
Yeah.
And then Rachel slowed them down.
Yeah.
Calmed them down a little bit. All joking aside, though, I couldn't be prouder of, and I know you guys feel the same way as a board, of all the effort and programming development and the academic competition. And those coaches of the academic competition, they're not compensated all that well. They're truly volunteering a lot of their time, but they're committed to that, and they're doing wonderful things with our kids and providing them great opportunities that very few schools in this area have access to. And so we commend all the administrators and all the teachers that work in those programs related to all academic competitions.
And every single piece is connected. The elementary robotics is connected to the middle school CTE courses we're offering to the career pathways at the high school. And if they hadn't elected to buy into that K through 12 philosophy of excellence, which means empowering children for choices, we would not be here being ready for that March the 20th evaluation.
Those videos are just excellent, so I hope they not only end up in the hands of the people that are evaluating this, but on our website as well.
We're going to tweet them out tonight, both of them. We have talked internally. We have not done a good job. We do a good job on social media, but not promoting the work that we put into things. And Sunday night, I got a phone call from a parent from a visiting school system that was just elated that our robotics program allowed them into the tournament and also helped their team. I don't understand it all, but the way she explained it, coding their machine to work, and that kind of relationship even extended into the state tournament. and they had parents coaching their team. And they said Mississinewa has led the way for all of us to have this. So we get a little competitive when something gets covered, you know, and they do well. But I think if you remember when we read about our preschool, we have been the leaders in promoting these type of successful programming. And if more schools in Grant County does this, then Grant County is going to get stronger, which means gives us more opportunities for success. So you guys are definitely been the trailblazers in so many programs.
Last year at commencement, I know we had a couple kids that got 2-year degrees from Ivy Tech.
Not 2 years.
1 year?
But, yeah.
Okay. At the same time they graduated.
I believe there were 26 of them.
Oh, okay, I thought that, all right. Well, anyway, if we get this in place, what, if a kid takes advantage of everything we've got, how will they end up? When they graduate, what will happen?
They can end up with an associate's degree.
Okay.
You have to take everything
At
else.
Ivy Tech or?
It would be at Ivy Tech.
Okay.
Now, we're really going to come to you with 2 universities, Tribe University and Advanced Placement University.
Okay.
Because the student who is just committed to a 4-year university should not start out in Tribe University. That is for a student who wants an industry certification, plans on entering the workforce soon after high school. And our goal is that they have a year of college and has earned that certification in their area before they graduate from high school.
Yeah, a good example of that would be like Walmart distribution. You
Yes.
have to have a refrigeration certification and training to be able to do that. They could do this here, go there, and then walk into a job at Walmart distribution. So
We have an advisory group for, and Susan sets on that, and just from the interest and the way we're approaching it, we've already received 2 phone calls that want us to start some internship programs in areas that we hadn't even considered. But right now, it's very, very important that we follow the guidelines of the qualifying benchmarks for early college high school, because last year those students graduated with an early college high school, but we are not endorsed.
Okay.
There are only about 30 schools in the state, and it's a rigorous endorsement process. And you have to be re-endorsed every 2 years, so the integrity of what an early college high school diploma stays in place. We love the high expectations and the accountability, because it just, as he said, you have to become laser focused on what students need to be successful.
So it'd be an early college high school? Okay.
In career.
And
well, thanks for your work on this. It's amazing.
Any other comments or anything you want to say?
No, I think that this is, and again, the word I used when I presented this to our early college Jumpstart Summit was, this truly, we are taking it to the next step as far as individualizing a student's path. Now, what I told this group, and some of them were current eighth graders coming into the freshman year next year, I'm not asking you to pick a profession, but I want you to do an inventory of your interest, and then let's start taking some courses in that profession, and you may decide, oh my goodness, this is not for me. And then we can switch gears. Making those determinations earlier on in high school versus going to whether it's a technical school, a 2-year school, a 4-year school, is going to save you time and money. So we are providing a wealth of opportunities for all students, regardless of where you're at on the academic spectrum, and truly individualizing that for them. Like Mrs. Winter said, those students that are AP students, they're still AP students. There'll be a little bit of a blend between early college and AP, but those early college students are really the ones that are going to go after the CNA certification. We have 24 CNA certifications. Those students graduated from Ivy Tech before they graduated from Mississinewa High School. Those students are working as CNAs. Several of them are working on their RN or LPN.
that's good.
So we are providing them with opportunities they never thought about. and this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's a lot of work, but we are so passionate, and again, like Leslie said, so laser focused on providing these opportunities for all of our students.
In our pathways, we spent a lot of time seeing what the needs were in Grant County for the workforce. And so we created pathways to prepare our students to go into that workforce. The only other area that we were really committed to was the computer science pathway. And we met a little bit of resistance with that from the entire staff, but after 2 years, I'm happy to report that we're even going to be able to offer cybersecurity next year in 2 AP computer science classes and introductory computer science for high school credit at the 8th grade level. So I'm really excited that they embrace that. We dreamed that we're going to put out such great computer experts that some business wants to come to Gas City because they got a pipeline from the high school of great employees. So I'm just extremely excited about all the possibilities, and more so excited on all the work that went into this. And we think it's going to be a real positive for our kids.
Good job.
Thank you to everyone. I just wanted to say one thing that sticks with me that I hear Leslie and others say, and when I'm around Mississinewa folks, is just no matter the socioeconomic background of our kids, we are not lowering the bar, and that is super, super awesome in my opinion.
We are going to swim with the big dogs from the first minute, and that's how it's going to be. We believe in them, we believe they can do it, and we're striving for excellence.
One comment that is kind of a non sequitur, but I want to really tell Mr. Quater how much I appreciate TribeTV. We weren't able to go to the games, and I just love being able to blow it up on my big TV, and it's just like you're there. And those kids do a good job. I'm really impressed with that.
Anybody else?
Would it be out of order for me to say something? I don't know how you're...
Just take a vote.
No, you got some time left from that prayer.
Go to the microphone.
Go ahead.
Just, when I go like this, it's not Sermon Sunday, okay?
We have one young lady that's part of the robotics program in our church. She's 13 years old, and she's our video production manager. And she is extremely excited, and she's excelling. The bar is high, and she's jumping over it, so thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thanks.
I'll just finish by saying thank you, Leslie, for all your work and leadership on that, and to all the administrators for your hard work and extra effort, and to the teachers you work with. All of you are to be commended. Thank you. I think that any other principals have anything else? I think that's all we have this evening.
Anything from the board? Mike, no one? Okay, then I'll, in 65, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Okay. Need a second?
Second.
Crouch. Got a motion, probably seconded. Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign, motion carries. We're officially adjourned.